Alright, timestamp. It is August 19th, 2026. Almost 10 a.m. I've been up for about half an hour. Kind of dealing with panic attack, heart palping kind of thing. I don't care for these. I don't like these. I don't like them. If you're asking. I'm going to take a shower here in a bit. My girl just made some porridge for her, which is cool. She's got a porridge mix that she makes. She's trying to work on some health issues and stuff. Making some Harry and David milk chocolate caramel currently. Finishing off a pot of, I'm not sure what. Tiny had come out not too long ago and made a cup. And I made a cup. That whole first thing in the morning thing. It's decent. Not sure what it was. I think it was Starbucks medium, I think. The race is on. It's Wednesday, which is a great stepping over Sammy. It's a normal day, right? No problem, just camp right there in front of my stool, it's fine. Okay. So, it's Wednesday, so it's a good day to do 10-day auctions because they'll end on a Saturday. So, and I've got 200, 300, 700 items that I could photograph and list. It's just not enough hours in the day. Time-consuming thing. So yeah, we got a lot of product essentially, but it's slow going getting it on the shelf. Not even sure what this is. I mean, it's a bucket, obviously. Interesting. I was thinking about using it in the lounge as like a champagne bucket because it's kind of fun and festive, but I probably won't. It's pretty big scale-wise. But I've been painting the bars. I've got that going on. This is going to be the furthest piece, and it's actually going to be visible from this side. So I painted the interior. It's incredibly sloppy, but I'm having to just like sling paint in there. It's going to be visible kind of like that. This side may be blocked by the longer piece. It's going to depend on the sizing, but I went ahead and did up the whole thing other than the base just because it may get reused in some other way later. I don't know. But it's coming along. Got to do a little bit of detail, a little bit of touch up here and there. Iron out the rough spots. Eliminate any white that might still be peeking through here or there, but I've been pretty thorough. It's looking pretty good. About ready to do a top coat on that. And still working on, typically when I have extra paint on my brush and I don't want to necessarily wash it off, I'm kind of like throwing that little bit onto the pieces here. This is for that placard piece that I'm going to have. Because the light blue that it was, typical plastic doll stuff, especially with like the OMGs, but it just doesn't work, you know. So I'm going for kind of more reality-based look, even though I'm dealing with, you know, fantasy creatures, but I have some regular folk too. The other piece is looking really good. I already top coated it. Yeah, these panic attack things, man, they suck. That That's kind of, if I can get it in frame, yeah, kind of what we're looking like there. And the piece that I'm working on now is going to go here. I still have to do the kitchen piece there. Has the sink, stove, dishwasher, and of course I've got the Zuru Mini Brands fridge there. That should be pretty cool. And of course Cha-Cha waiting for the bar to get set up so he can start slinging drinks. These are some of the bottles and other stuff that I had saved. Of course, Lauren, not sure what he's doing on stage currently. Barry Manilow, Celine Dion, you know, who knows? Whitney, he does it all. So Pix had her porridge and she made some Vegemite toast as well. So we typically get in Vegemite. We do Vegemite toast sometimes. Pix and I both love it. What do you think, buddy? Yeah? Okay. So she made like 3 pieces of Vegemite toast, which she ate one, but between that and the porridge, she was full. So she gave a piece to each of the big dogs. And they're working on it. They're not totally sure. Scrappy's had it before because of me, and he's still kind of like, this is weird. If you haven't had it, it's a very strong taste. I think it's amazing. I love it. But if you do try Vegemite, don't put a huge amount on something your first time out, because it might scar you. It might scar you. Just friendly warning. Scrap seems to be okay with it. Sammy's working on his piece slowly. But Sammy doesn't do anything quickly, including get out of your way. So these are some of the things, and I'm not going to have them all because this would be too much for the limited space. But these are some of the things that I've gotten on Temu, actually. Not sponsored. I don't get any like big appliance stuff off Temu because I'm scared to. But some of the small crafty stuff is actually pretty decent. Like, I don't know if you can see that. That is a tray with a whole bunch of little Coke bottles. Now I picked up like, that's what you get. I picked up like 3 or 4 of these because a lot of times these are like $1.80 or $2. And if I'm doing that, I'm going to get like 3 of them, because then I could even stack them, make them up and stack them in the corner like a delivery, or like a stack base if you want to talk retail. But I want to say these were like $2 or $3 each. Look at those little Coke bottles, man. Those are great. And scale-wise, that's really workable. But some of the other things that I picked up... Oh, Sammy just farted over here. That's dangerous. And I have some of the Mini Brands food stuff, too, which is pretty cool. They're big scale-wise, but they almost look like the bulk size that you might get at like Costco or something. So figure running a restaurant, a lounge, a bar, them having the industrial size ones behind the bar, not necessarily too crazy. So coffee, some Almond Breeze there. Little syrup bottles. It's a Hershey strawberry. I got chocolate in here too. Because if you're doing like desserts and treats and stuff like that behind the bar, or even some mixed drinks might have that kind of stuff in it. Little Cool Whip container. Interesting stuff. I've gotten some wine glasses from Temu. Again, they'll have like 20 of them for $1.80. You know, and sometimes it'll be $1.60 if you get 3 or more. Well, for what I'm doing, getting multiple and having them in storage in case I have a second thing that I want to do that I might need wine glasses for, that's great. You know, so I have 60 to work with instead of 20. Cool. But there were a few of them that had like, there's one that, not one, there were several. It's like there's never just one vendor. There's always like 7 vendors that have the exact same item. But they had wine models. Not bad looking. Pretty good. I can work with that. And there was another one that had liquor bottles. All kinds of different ones. Is that absinthe, maybe? That's what it makes me think of. But they had all kinds of different liquors. And again, this is like, it was like $2 for 15 or 20 or something. There's like 7, 8, 10 different types in the group, which is great if you're trying to populate, you know, a bar or something, right? And there was another vendor, or another listing at least, that had beer steins. So I got a couple of those lots as well because, yeah, that's one of the things that I was looking for. See if that'll actually fit. Oh, it will. That's good. That needs to get painted. I think I have a couple more of these. I think this might have been for a fridge, like a drawer for a fridge. It's going to get grayed, but I got a big old bag of stuff that I pulled out or held back. The rest of it's going to go in deep storage. It's going to be one of the totes out in the garage. But this is the stuff I'm going to keep on hand to be able to do stuff in my lounge. But yeah, today, Wednesday, great day for eBay. So I've got like a whole stack of CDs out there. I'm not going to even look up the market on them. I'm just going to put them up at like $9.95 auctions and see where that takes me. If it's something people are looking for with a 10-day auction, hopefully there will be a bid war on it. If it's something that people don't care about, they've had 10 days to find it. If no one has searched for the item and decided that they want it in 10 days, it lets me know that, you know, because you can tell because it'll have views and then watchers. Views are how many times somebody has clicked on it and said, what is this? Watcher is somebody that's saying, I might be interested in that. And basically it's like hearting it, you know. It'll flag them if I do something with it, if it is about to expire or if the price changes or something like that. So I use that a lot to gauge interest. You know, if it's something that doesn't get any watchers but it gets 30 views, okay, something about that item is intriguing to people, but maybe my price is too high. You know, and if it gets a fair amount of views and or a watcher or two, that lets me know that it's possibly in demand. It's kind of the psychology of trying to read these two little metrics and figure out the story behind it. but I'm normally pretty good about that sort of thing. Heart rate's starting to mellow out, not so much a samba beat anymore. Just I do not like it. Yeah, we are Bugs Bunny on the roller coaster. It's the Harry and David milk chocolate caramel, and it is good. But yeah, we're just about there, but we got like little bits here. I don't know if you can see that. Where you got a little bit of white. Oi! Carrying on. Got a little bit of white peeking out there in between the gray and the blue. Just a little bit. And that's the gray brush. That's bringing out the gray and doing some detail. And you can see some here too, where you got a little bit of the white kind of peeking out over here. And up here, you know, the blue's looking mighty fine. But today is going to be a gray detailing day, which is great because I'm going to be doing that, because that'll actually hold some of the things that are in the bag underneath the bar. See what I'm doing here? And that'll also get me to where I can finalize this. But the bucket's just, I love the bucket, but it's big. It's big. But I've got like a blender and a kitchen scale and some things like that that'll work really well for on top of this. Or in the bucket under that. You know, if people are ordering daiquiris, then the blender comes out, you know. And I need to do the walls for the lounge today too. I hate the wrapping paper shenanigans, but it must be done. I'm gonna dig around. I was washing the cat carriers that are in my way. Yesterday I've got 4 of them drying right now. We've got, I think, like 6 or 8 of the fabric cat carriers because we have a zoo. Our population has definitely gone down over the past couple of years, but that's sadness. I don't like it when we lose people. You know, I don't. We're not necessarily running out and getting another, 4 kittens. But we've lost some people. Miss Jinx. Miss Lorgia too, but that's been a while. You know, it kind of eases as time goes by. Jinx is still pretty fresh though. You know. But I've got a big pile of stuff in the corner over there, and I need to start washing it, sanitizing it, and figuring out what the hell it is. But the cat carriers and some cat beds and stuff like that are mixed up in there. Most of our cats aren't really into the whole cat bed thing or dog bed, but we've got a couple that actually think they're mighty fine, so I'm more than happy to clean them up and at least store them clean, you know, and not have them be disgusting cesspools, or put them in circulation if the guys want to use them. Like apparently one of the flat ones that I had found here, actually, I think my parents had gotten it for the Chihuahuas. Cleaned it up, it looked new. I don't even know that the Chihuahuas used it, but I found it here, and I put it in the master bedroom just to put it somewhere once it was clean. And apparently Luther has decided, this is pretty cool. I like this. So, cool. He's found something that he can luxuriate on, and okay, great. But I need to due diligence, go through and get everything clean. It's cleaning and organizing and selling. That's kind of the daily order of business around here. It's pretty exciting, I know. But it's real. It's real life. I'm not AI. I mean, I can do stuff like that just to mess with the algorithm, but, I'm terrifyingly real. I was watching Doctor Who last night. We're doing some David Tennant and Donna, Catherine Tate right now. I watched following doctor's orders, so to speak. I'm actually sitting down and enjoying an episode typically every day, as opposed to just having it in the background as white noise when I go to sleep. And I watched The Wasp and the Unicorn last night, which is the episode where they meet Agatha Christie and a murder mystery happens. And Professor Peach is killed with a lead pipe in the library. I'm so glad somebody made that reference. Warms the soul. Love it. Remembering a Supernatural episode, too. Because there's always a Supernatural meme. Yes, I speak Supernatural. But yeah, the library, the lounge, that'll help keep me from going cuckoo as I continue to go through stuff. Pix is going through boxes in the bedroom, trying to make the bedroom a cave for us, because my cave in the living room is going to go away and it's going to become eBay storage, because we've got to have an actual dedicated place to be able to process eBay, to store, awaiting sale, have stuff that we're going to be listing but isn't listed yet, in boxes ready to where you can just pull a box down and pull things out and start listing your heart out. God knows I'm going to have probably 10 or 12 totes like that in the very near future of just stuff that we can list. And we've got 8 totes out there, and I've got 2 in here of stuff that is currently up. So we have 10 totes of listed things. But this is going to be our stock and trade, pretty much. We are doing e-sales. That's kind of our butter and our bread. Once this is all said and done, I'm looking forward to not ever having to do that again. Quite honestly, I hate it. It's exciting when you sell something cool and all that, but I hate it. It's what I got to do, though. In the future, my perfect future, if I'm buying a listing, not a lot, but a lot on eBay, because it's a lot of 50 action figures and there's 10 in there that I'm interested in. Relisting the other 40, that's cool. I'm okay with that. But it being what I need to do business-wise to survive, over it. That and just creating space around here, because we were already working on de-hoarding, our lives, but my parents have got us beat in the cosmic scheme of messes. Because we still had a lot from when the shop closed and our own collections that we were trying to sell off. But, I yield. It's not even competitive. My parents have got us beat 7-10 to 1. It's 5,000 square feet of stupid here. Now I got a 1,300 square foot home. It was like 5,000 square feet here, and a lot of it was jam packed full of nonsense. 80 totes of Beanie Babies. I yield. You win. You died with the most toys. This won't make me become a minimalist, but it is definitely, and I mentioned this the other day, it is definitely making me appreciate and understand their viewpoint. The people that are like really minimalistic. I get it. My girl getting a tea reload. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Yeah, a little bit of gray touch up. We'll have this done probably by the end of the day and in place, hopefully. Yeah. So my brushes. I had my arm on the bar and one of the brushes attached itself and was like sticking as I, you know how it is. You're people, you understand people-y things. Because you and me, we're not AI. Damn it. I'm just seeing so much AI slop on YouTube. It's like, anyway. So, hug your parents, hug your kids, occasionally get your toes licked by a border terrier. Stop that. I don't have those kind of kinks. Stop it. Work your list. 1 brick. And make it a great day.